Most people assume that if you want serious power for a 12-inch miter saw, you have to stay tethered to a wall outlet. But this thing is trying to change that narrative entirely. It is running on that 60-volt platform, and honestly, the performance is surprisingly close to what you would expect from a corded machine. You get that raw torque without having to worry about tripping over an extension cord in the middle of a job site. What really caught my attention is the regenerative braking system. It is a clever little touch because it actually feeds some energy back into the battery while the blade is slowing down. It is not going to give you infinite runtime, but it definitely stretches things out longer than you might expect during a busy day of framing or trim work. Now here is the thing about the weight. At just over 50 pounds, it is not exactly light, but for a saw of this size, it feels manageable enough to move around without needing a second person to help you lug it across the shop. The controls have been updated, and they feel snappy and intuitive, which is a nice change of pace from some of the clunkier designs out there. One of the biggest headaches with any miter saw is the mess, but this one does a decent job of keeping the dust under control. It captures a huge chunk of the debris, provided you are actually using the bag or a vacuum attachment, which keeps the workspace from turning into a total disaster zone. The cutline system is another highlight. Instead of dealing with those finicky laser guides that always seem to drift or wash out in bright sunlight, this uses a shadow line that is dead accurate every single time. It makes lining up your marks feel almost like cheating. If there is a downside, it is that this is a renewed unit, so you are rolling the dice slightly on the cosmetic condition, and it does not come with the batteries, which adds to the total cost if you are not already deep into the yellow ecosystem. Also, while the dust collection is impressive, it is still not perfect, so you will still see some fine particles floating around if you are working in a tight, unventilated space. But look, if you are already invested in the 60-volt batteries, and you need a saw that can handle heavy-duty cuts without being chained to a power strip, this is a solid piece of gear. It feels sturdy, it cuts clean, and it does exactly what it promises without any unnecessary fluff. It is a workhorse that just gets the job done.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.